What if I told you that just 6 weeks of stretching could significantly reduce your pain sensitivity, not just in your muscles, but throughout your entire body? It may sound too good to be true, but recent research suggests otherwise. Today, we'll be exploring a groundbreaking study that could change how you think about stretching. And if you're not already, by the end of this video, you may want to incorporate stretching into your daily routine. We are going through what the study showed, what stretches to be doing, and some of my thoughts on what actually might be impacting pain, especially chronic pain. It was a 2024 study by Stowe et al. Investigating whether 6 weeks of daily stretching, and is what most would class as hamstring stretching, but really it's more sciatic nerve stretching, which I've literally just discussed in a video and we'll link at the end. But anyway, it was looking to see if this stretching could reduce pain sensitivity, not only in the stretched area, but also in other areas of the body. And the results are pretty fascinating. Took me by surprise and it gave me a little light bulb kind of moment, which I'll discuss at the end when going through my own thoughts about it. So why does this matter? Well, we all experience discomfort, whether from workouts, prolonged sitting or daily activities, or for some, chronic, more persistent pain. But what if stretching could actually train your body to feel less pain? This study suggests that it can. So researchers measured something called pressure pain thresholds, essentially how much pressure a muscle can endure before experiencing pain. They tested these thresholds at the tibialis anterior, so regional and close to where the stretching is going on, and a distant area, and for this they chose at the deltoid. The key finding that stretching didn't just increase pain tolerance near the stretched area, but also in the completely unrelated area. Now this has significant implications and we'll explore why. To test their hypothesis, researchers recruited 26 healthy adults. So not the biggest sample size and bigger studies will be needed, but they implemented a 6-week stretching program. Participants performed a simple daily set of stretches, which took just a few minutes. After the 6 weeks, they measured the difference of the pressure pain thresholds at both sides. Then they did no stretching for 4 more weeks and measured it again. After 6 weeks of consistent daily stretchings, the results were clear. Now, pain sensitivity in the regional area decreased by 36.7%, and the pain sensitivity in the distant area decreased by 18.7%, and flexibility improved by 3.6%. Now, these findings indicate that stretching may produce a systemic hypoalgesic effect, meaning it could train the nervous system to better tolerate pain across the body, not just in the stretched area. Even more impressively, these benefits persisted 4 weeks after participants stopped stretching. This suggests that stretching may create long-term changes in pain perception rather than offering only temporary relief. This was just a 4-week follow-up. Again, we'd want to probably see a longer time frame to see how long the effects really last, and also a longer stretching period, more than 6 weeks, to see were results even better if they did it for longer. It would be amazing to have an answer of how many weeks was the sweet spot to do the stretches and how long it lasted after stopping. So what's the stretches that were done? So the stretch involved either sitting with one leg extended, trying to touch the toes, or in standing with a heel on the surface around knee to hip height and leaning forward. Again, both of these are more towards the sciatic nerve than anything else, and I'll explain why that might be important later. Each stretch was held for 2 sets of 30 seconds on each leg, to the feeling of discomfort, so feeling the stretch, with a 30-second rest period between them. I'm assuming they did the sitting 30 seconds on each leg, 30 seconds rest, and then standing 30 seconds on each leg. It wasn't totally clear, but that's like 2.5 minutes a day for amazing results on reducing pain sensitivity. An important point is that if you're suffering with sciatic symptoms or disc issues, then don't be forcing these stretches, as you'll need to be doing stuff way more gentle than this. So why does stretching have such a widespread effect? Well, researchers believe that stretching influences the nervous system, not just the muscles, which would make sense as really you're stretching the sciatic nerve, part of that nervous system. Over time, regular stretching may alter how the brain interprets pain, leading to reduced pain sensitivity. And this has major implications for individuals dealing with chronic pain conditions such as fibromyalgia or lower back pain. If stretching can retrain pain perception, it could be a natural, accessible, and drug-free way to manage discomfort. And I'd like to see this done in people struggling with chronic pain to see if the same results are found and if it does help them with the pain they're actually suffering with. So, should you incorporate stretching into your daily routine? The evidence suggests that it's well worth it. It's only a few minutes of stretching each day and could lead to greater flexibility and improved pain tolerance. I mean, that's something everyone would want. And this study really set off a bit of a light bulb for me. Now, we know pain is way more complex than just the state of the tissues or damage. There definitely are biological and tissue changes at play that can influence pain, but also a lot psychological as well. But what if tightness in the nervous system is a contributor to pain, especially more widespread stuff? Now, this isn't backed by any specific research, so much as it's just where my brain is going based off these findings, but this could be pretty big if that's the case. So in this study, it's basically stretching the nervous system, especially if pulling on the foot with your head down. So maybe relieving some tension in the nervous system helps with pain globally in the body. What if the tightness within the nervous system is what causes a lot of things like muscle spasm and muscle tension, which are causing pain, as they act as a protective mechanism for the nervous system because it's tight and it's trying to keep you more still. And this is something that you can't really see on scans and stuff. They talk in the paper about potential changes to the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. So the sympathetic being more your fight and flight, so stress related, and parasympathetic more your rest and relaxation. And an easy way to remember the difference is parasympathetic, I tend to think of a parachute, so just everything kind of slowing down and being more steady. It could be that stretching is causing more parasympathetic stimulation as you're trying to relax down into it. Or maybe being more stressed and anxious and more in the sympathetic nervous system is also in some way tightening the nervous system up more. And relaxation and parasympathetic loosens it more, and this stretching is a way to be more active about doing that. I'm not saying that's right, but just a thought. Regardless of the mechanism though, it appears it's still good to be getting on some regular stretching based on these results. And obviously further research is going to be needed with some of the points we've mentioned. So if you do have pain, try this and let us know how you get on. Does it help at all, or do you get nothing from it? I also mentioned the video earlier, which is here, about why the stretch isn't really a hamstring stretch and is more for the sciatic nerve, and the best ways you can actually stretch your hamstring instead. However, it seems this sciatic nerve stretch is also one for the win and to keep it. Thank you for watching. Keep moving, keep stretching, and I'll see you in the next video.